Parvati Amma, Sip Girish, Sip Atmatray, Sip Dasi, and the rest of you whom I am not yet able to see because you are all running into the call. We have many people who come jumping into the bus last minute, but it's good that everybody joins the call. What is good is that we have our whole group, those who are seeking enlightenment. And that is the question today. Very interesting question. Administrator, what is the question today? Yes? Sudeep, what's the question? You know the question today? Is enlightenment a choice? Is enlightenment a choice?
Here we can't see you here.
Thank you. You didn't, from the beginning, you cannot see me, Gautam? You could not see
We
me.
can, no, we can see you, sir.
Okay.
No, now I'm seeing.
When I was greeting you all, you all could hear me. Sudeep, you could hear me, but you could not see me. You could not see me. Okay. Okay. I am nothing. So you can see me because I am nothing. Huh? I am nothing. So obviously,
yeah.
when you see nothing, Gautam, that means you see me because I am nothing. Okay. This is what my Guruji taught me. My Guruji taught me one thing, that we are nothing. And my Guruji taught me everything, that we are nothing. He told me the one thing you must know is we are nothing, and the everything you must know is that we are nothing. So let us start. Is enlightenment a choice? Who would answer?
Yes, Shivam to answer.
Shivaham.
Definitely, enlightenment is a choice, but a very rare persons are taking it, like a sannyas, renunciation. Very few people are going on that path. Such.
Then if it's a choice, then anybody should be able to be enlightened. No, the Atmatray.
Yeah. So who goes on the path can get it, enlightenment.
So it's a choice. Anybody can get it, you're saying?
I think so.
Okay. Others, anybody? Atmatray says it's a choice. Anybody can get enlightenment.
Shivam Sarji.
Shivoham, Ashok. Sip Ashok.
Shivam. Definitely it's a choice, Sarji.
Okay.
Those who want the worldly desires will not be able to take the path of enlightenment.
Okay.
Those who want enlightenment, they have to leave their ego and mind behind.
Very, very good. And then
only they can reach enlightenment without the worldly desires, attachment, everything else.
very interesting. So Ashok also says enlightenment is a choice. So we can choose, right? So we will analyze today whether it's a choice or not a choice. I see Sudeep Bhargava's hand going up. Thank you, Ashok.
Shivam, sir.
Sure, Sudeep.
Sir, definitely it's a choice because nobody's forcing me to come to this call. Nobody's forcing me on the path of enlightenment. I can easily take the normal routine path that the millions of the others also take. Why I came to this path, or somebody who comes to this path, I think it has something to do with the prarabdha karma. You can call it as a samskar also, that maybe the past good deeds that I did, I was given a platform in this particular birth where I could have pursued further to what I had achieved in the last janma. So I believe most of us who are sitting here, all of us rather, we had some good karmas in our account, because of which we got you as a guide, as a guru, who can take us further into it now. So I think it was a choice. We could have still left it, but we chose it because of the samskars and the prarabdha karma that we had, that made us to make the right choice. But that right choice is available to everyone. You don't make that choices because maybe you're not, your karmas are not good enough for you to allow you to make that choice.
Okay. So whatever you say.
I'll take one analogy, sir. Like just one small analogy. So if somebody who smokes a cigarette knows on the cigarette box it is written that cigarette smoking is injurious to health, but he still takes that cigarette.
So it's a choice, right?
Everybody tells us the path of this materialistic good things is not good, but people still go there.
That was one of the most excellent analogies you have given. So I appreciate with folded hands. Excellent analogy. Yes, please.
I agree with Sudeep,
And that is, what do you say?
what he said, that it is a choice and akarma.
So you can just choose enlightenment, Rekha? Yeah, are you saying it as easy as that you can just choose it?
Not easy.
Yeah.
But we have a path. Like
And so-
as he said. And so it is like a first step. And it's a choice.
So what do you mean it's a choice? Which means anybody on the street can choose to be enlightened?
Yeah, I
No,
can.
we need to, we
Yes,
definitely
Rekha?
need to, we definitely need to work on this. We cannot just simply get it. We need to drop our ego.
Suppose
Realize-
you want to eat an ice cream. It's a choice, right? You can eat an ice cream.
Yes.
But suppose you want to become Narendra Modi Prime Minister. It's a choice. You can become Prime Minister of India.
No.
Then, but it's a choice. You want to become, you can become, no? So, I mean, is it so easy to become Prime
it's a
Minister of
karma.
India?
No, it's not very easy. Not at all.
But it's a choice, right? If you want to become, you can become a Prime Minister or you can't.
Yeah. I
Can you-
can if I
can you-
want to.
Can you become
My
President
will,
of
if I
can
have
you
a
become,
will.
Can you become President of America? Can you become President of America? I think if you're not a citizen, obviously you cannot become President of America, right?
Correct.
I think first you have to be a citizen of America to become a President of America.
Yes.
But you are not qualified to become the President of America because you're not a citizen of America.
Correct.
So for you to become enlightened, you must first be qualified.
Hmm.
So all of you are just making it look like it's as easy as eating a pav bhaji, a vada pav. No, it's not it's not getting enlightened is not like eating vada pav.
May
You
I,
can
Guru?
You can say, I want to go to the road and eat a vada pav. Nobody can stop you from eating vada pav. You can go and eat vada pav, but you can't go to the street and become enlightened. So I think Gautam wanted to speak and somebody else also wants to speak.
Guruji, may I? Guruji,
Ru Mataji, bolo.
Guruji, I think if we choose also to be on this path, then also we have to be 100% our devotion should be there. We should tame our mind and then we should observe everything which we should not do anything wrong to others, don't hurt the feelings
No,
of
no.
others.
So what are you saying? First you tell me, is enlightenment a choice or it's not a choice?
It is a choice, but I think it was far better if it was not a choice and everybody could walk on this path, and so world peace would be there and everything will be at proper place. But
But because
it is
because
not
it's a choice,
possible.
because it's a choice, 99% are not choosing it. 99% are choosing a samsar. Why are 99% of the people in this world choosing samsar? Can you tell me? 99%. Why?
Ignorance.
So
They don't know.
why should we be ignorant?
Sirji, on simple equation,
Yeah, bolo Ashok. Then Gautam next, okay? Yes, bolo Ashok.
Sirji, if a person gives me a choice to choose whether you want enlightenment or you want the worldly desires, two rooms he keeps. One side is God and another side is the worldly desires, money, fame, everything. So I would choose enlightenment because with God I am permanent. With those worldly desires, it's only temporary.
I agree. So what you're saying, it's a choice. But is it as easy as you can just choose it? Then today are you enlightened?
I have not reached that.
Why you don't think you're enlightened, or you are partly enlightened, or how enlightened are you, Ashok? What do you think?
No, Sirji, to reach enlightenment, it's far away. I have to still.
So that's the
learn
next
what-
question. I'm going to come back to you, Ashok. Tell me, what is holding you back to reach that state of telling in this group, I am enlightened? What is holding you back? Because I have told all of you, I am not like one of those sorry to use the word swamis, who make it look like enlightenment is impossible. Enlightenment is something you can't achieve. No, each of you can attain enlightenment. Each of you in this call can attain enlightenment because you have already applied for it. You have already applied for enlightenment by coming on this Zoom call. But now what is it that is holding you back? So Ashok, I'm asking you to think of this because you've opened up a new Pandora's box. You opened a box where you're saying that enlightenment is a choice and I want enlightenment, but you're saying I'm not getting enlightenment. Then what is the problem, Ashok?
Family attachment, Sirji.
You got family attachment?
Yes, sir.
What is causing you to be attached to your family? Can I know? What is it?
I don't know, Sirji. My mind is
You don't
running.
you realize, Ashok, that you come alone and you go alone? You don't realize that?
I realize that, Sirji, but to come to accept that, still I need some time.
Because you are such an advanced person. You are such a bhakta. You are such a learned person. You are a very well-knowledged person. You are a realized person. But it's very good that you're saying today, you're saying that it's the family ties that are holding you back. But is it that you have to give up your family to be enlightened, Ashok?
It's not necessary, Sirji.
Am
Not
I telling you all the way to do? You have to leave your family and go to walk out of your house.
No, Sirji. No, Sirji. We can do both.
Then what is the problem, Ashok? Why are you not able to do it?
But still have not come to that stage to accept.
Please try to think, Ashok, because you have come with a very honest and very important statement. You have come. Please try to understand what is holding you back. If you say enlightenment is a choice, then you can choose enlightenment. You can choose liberation. You can choose mukti. You can choose moksha. You can choose freedom. You can choose nirvana. You can choose happiness. You can choose purpose. You can choose a life without problems. You can choose a life without misery. You can choose a life without rebirth. You can choose a life to become one with God. You can choose a life of Ananda. You can choose a life of Satchitananda. You can choose a life of consciousness. You can choose. What is holding you back?
You're right, Sirji. But
Okay. Gautam, you want to say something? Sorry for the delay, Gautam. Bolo, Gautam.
Shivam here.
Shivoham.
It's enlightenment is a choice for me because I choose to be in my shop, but my choice is to be enlightenment.
You choose to be in your shop,
So
but your choice is enlightenment. So in your shop, you will get enlightenment?
No. But I choose to be enlightenment. No.
But if you are just like saying I choose, I suppose I tell you, I choose to be on the Zoom call, but I'm switching off the mobile. Then how will I be in the Zoom? Then how can I have the Zoom call? I say, I choose to be talking to all of you, but I'm switching off the audio and video. Then how can I be on the call with you? If I choose to be on the call, I have to switch on the audio video. Bridget,
But
you understand, Bridget? If I want to talk to you, I have to on the audio video. If I don't on the audio and video, then I cannot talk to you.
But my focus should be on enlightenment, no, so that I should not.
Yeah. So you should not have brought up. Why did you bring about the subject of shop right now? You brought about the wrong subject. You should not have brought about the subject. Nobody's telling you not to be in your shop. But even if you're in the shop, you must know that you are not Gautam. You must know that is not your shop. That when you came to this world, you did not have the shop. And when you go from this world, will you have the shop?
No, will not have.
Is it simple English and simple logic? Is it so complicated to understand? You say, this is my daughter. When you came to this world, you brought your daughter.
No.
When you go from this world, will you take your daughter?
No.
So why you say it's my daughter? And you become attached. My wife, my daughter, my father, my mother, my shop. So if you want enlightenment means realizing. It's very simple. Why is it so difficult for you to understand that this shirt is not me? Is it so difficult for you to understand this shirt I'm wearing is not me? No, it's my shirt. So also this body is not me, it's my body. Why? Because we think we are this body, the tooth is paining. Our tooth is paining. I am suffering. Because tooth is paining. And I think I am this body. But the moment you realize my tooth is paining, of course my tooth is paining. I'm asking a question, why you're not taking a tablet? You're not taking a tablet because you don't mind suffering the tooth pain, for example. You don't want to be in such Chitanand. If I had a tooth pain, I'd take a tablet and be done with it. Okay? Because any tablet will remove any pain. For example, just to tell you an example. But we get into accepting suffering. We let the mind make us suffer. The mind makes us suffer. The mind makes us fear. The mind makes us worry. And we let the mind continue to do it. The ego makes us angry. The ego makes us jealous. The ego makes us hate. The ego makes us take revenge. And we permit the ego to make us agonized. Why, my dear friends? Why? Because we don't realize a simple thing I've told you all many times, right? Tattvamasi neti neti tum ho vahi ye nahi. This is not what I am telling you. This is the Mahavakyas of the Vedas and the Upanishads, which have been written 5,000 years ago, my dear friends. Why are we not able to realize this? You say enlightenment is a choice. Then choose it. Then choose it. Today, if I tell you you have a choice, I'll give you 10 rupees in one envelope and 10 lakh rupees in one envelope. What will you choose? 10 rupees or 10 lakh rupees? Samita, what will you choose? Let me see if you give me a funny answer. Samita, one envelope 10,000 rupees, one envelope 10 lakh rupees. What will you choose?
As a human, it'll go to 1 lakh, but I wish I wouldn't be tempted to do it.
Yeah, I told you, if you give a spiritual answer, then you will not be able to give the right answer. But any common sense person will choose the larger packet, right? It's obvious, right? So the point is, why I'm saying, you have enlightenment on one side, you have suffering on the other side. We are choosing suffering. Why are we choosing suffering, my dear friends? What is the reason for us to choose suffering? Over to you. Continue. So today's subject is very interesting. Let me tell you one thing. You are right. Enlightenment is a choice. But also to achieve enlightenment, what you do is a choice. You can cling to something and never be enlightened. You can close your eyes and say, oh, I cannot see. Oh, I cannot see. See, I cannot see. Open your damn eyes. See. Oh, yeah, so now I can see. But you close your eyes. Why don't you open your real eyes and realize? For example, why can't we understand? Is it so difficult to understand his body dies? People say he passed away. Who passed away? Where did he go? Why can't we contemplate we are that? Why is it so difficult, my dear friends? Questions and answers. Continue. Over to you. We have Tanu Chopra.
Shivoham Guruji.
Shivoham. Bolo.
Guruji, actually it's a choice, but the grace of God should be there and grace of Guru should be with us. Then only we can go in this path. If there was no Zoom call, then what we'll do? So the grace of God is also necessary and grace of Guru is also important. Then only we can follow the path.
Grace of God is there upon everybody. And the Guru also is waiting on the road. Did you meet him? Huh? Did you meet him on the road? What my Guruji used to always tell me, you know this. I've not told you all this. Did you meet him on the road? Did he take away your load? Did you meet him on the road? Did he take away your load? But you did not meet him on the road because your eyes were closed. You did not open your eyes. The Guru is standing on the road. No, Guru is there to guide you. But you are looking for samosa. No, if you are happy with samosa, then it is very easy to just eat samosa and be happy. So it is up to us. What are we looking for? Are we looking for enlightenment? Enlightenment is 10,000 times more tasty than samosa. 10,000 times.
It is true, Guruji, when we have detached attachment, it is very good actually. So, but some days we will have that. But again, we will get into the attachment thing.
What is this? All of you are talking of this attachment business. What is this attachment business? Tell me. What is your problem of being attached? Why are you clinging on to something? Why do you like to cling?
We not only cling to people, we also cling to things.
Why? Yeah, I'm not talking only about people. Why do you? So which thing you cling to? To people or to who are you clinging to? People or to things?
Both.
Both. And you think they belong to you, and you think they will belong to you forever? Or do you know that nothing belongs to you? Will those people and those things that you cling, will it remain with you forever?
No, nothing can stay forever.
Then is it so difficult to understand?
No, it is not difficult to understand, but we tend to deviate from our path. We are
No, but
going straight, right path, and then something happens, then we tend to deviate, get deviated.
You are a smart, intelligent girl. You are a smart, intelligent girl. You are clinging to something and somebody, and you realize that something will not be yours and that somebody will not be yours, but you continue to be miserable and you continue to cling. Why do you cling? Because when you cling, you have expectations. When you don't cling, you don't have expectations. The moment you cling, the moment you're attached, you have expectations. I have no expectation from somebody walking on the road. If somebody walking on the road, can I go and tell him, hey, samosa khilao mujhe? He says, tum chala jab tera baap kamale, kyun samosa khilao? But if you have somebody in your house in India, you say, samosa, give samosa. Because that person is in your house, no? You'll say, you'll ask your servant, paratha banao. Because your servant is supposed to make paratha. Will you go to the watchman in the building and tell him paratha banao? He will tell, madam, main tumhara paratha kyun banao? Because you don't expect anything from the watchman except doing his job. So all I'm trying to tell you is, we cling and then we have expectations, and then there are disappointments, and then there is misery, and then we become unhappy. Tanu, is it that we like to be unhappy? You think human beings like to be unhappy?
Nobody wants to be unhappy. Everybody wants to be happy.
Then why everybody is attached, and why everybody is not seeking enlightenment, and why people are not going on the path, and why are we holding on to things which are rubbish, and why we are leaving the blissful things?
That is our mind that does the intellect. Sometimes it comes back whenever we listen to your talks. It is so soothing for the mind also, and we are then on track. But once if we don't attend the call, there is no reminder to us. Then our mind will do as the mind wants, will think whatever the mind wants to think.
That's why we have this call every day, right? We have this call every day because it's like how you eat your food every day. You need energy. Just like you need body energy, this call is a spiritual energy. This call is supposed to give us that spiritual dose. It is like having vitamin. This is vitamin S. This call it is called vitamin spirituality. This is your vitamin S. Every day you take one. If you miss one call, then your vitamin S is gone. The next morning you'll be depressed. So therefore, you should not miss the call, of course. But this call is not meant just to have vitamin S and there's no effect, it's no use. I want you to be enlightened.
Oh, no.
I want you to be free from misery. I want you all in this call to tell me, I want Ashok Nichani to tell me, I am enlightened. I want Ashok Nichani to tell me, I am detached. Because you have told me, I am now detached, I am free, I am mukti. I told one person, you should get mukti. That person told me, no, I don't want mukti. I like to be in a cage. So why do you want to be on a cage? No, because I don't like to be a free bird to fly in the sky. So this is some of the conditioning. We have to be conditioned in the right way. We need to be a Jivan Mukta. We need to be free. If we are not free, then we will not be able to attain Nirvana. We will not be able to attain Moksha. Then we will suffer. Then we will be attached. Enlightenment is all about learning these things. Questions?
Thank you, Guruji. Shivoham.
Shiva. Questions? Anybody live before they have given me type question? I would like to take only live questions today. Live questions. Anybody?
Here, enlightenment for me now, it's not a choice.
For you, it's not a choice? Why it's not a choice, Rekha?
No, it's not a choice because
Why?
I'm 100% sure that I need to work on this path. So it's not a choice for me now.
Oh, you mean it's not a choice. It's already decided you want enlightenment. You have decided.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah,
excellent.
I'm decided.
That is the best answer I have got in the call today. That is the best answer on the call. Look at how you find people like this on the call. Just look at it. All of you look at it.
Everybody's answer should be this. Actually, I hope.
No, we can't hear you. You please. I think either your voice is off or something. Look, my dear friends, look at the amazing answer. Did you hear the answer? Did you hear the answer? What she just said? She said, "For me, enlightenment is not a choice. It is not. I don't have a choice whether I want enlightenment or
No,
not."
after मतलब सब कुछ जानने के बाद
Rekha, we cannot hear you. Now you must have a choice of putting on the audio properly, because we cannot hear you properly. Such a beautiful answer of yours goes for waste if we cannot hear you. So, my dear friends, Rekha came and said, till she comes online, Ashok, you heard what she said, Ashok? She said, I'm not giving it, it's not a choice. I have decided. I want enlightenment. It's not a choice. And all of you are still saying, yeah, it's a choice, it's a choice, it's a choice. Where's the choice? Don't give yourself an option.
Ravi, can I say something?
Yes, Dasi.
You see, let me tell you frankly, yes, there's no choice as far as our choice is definitely, enlightenment. But the fact remains, if you feel that you don't want to hurt your family members or friends, then you need to do what needs to be done. In the sense, you get entangled in the work and the work because you don't want to hurt somebody from that angle.
Dasi, what you say is 100% right. But let me please pay attention to two things, Dasi, please.
Yes.
First of all, our dearest Dada J.P. Vaswani, Dadaji told me that if you want enlightenment, get rid of three things: your duty, your lust, and your shame. You seem to have left lust behind. You're not talking about lust at all, because you say, no, there's no greed, there is no lust. But what is catching you is two things: duty and shame. One, duty, which you feel responsible, you feel bad. What about those people who are dependent on me? What about those people of my family? Your duty. And two, you don't realize it, but it's also you feel ashamed to feel that you are not doing your duty. You feel there's a kind of shame that is pulling you down, is what Dada told me. We feel ashamed that if we don't do our duty, it's a feeling of shame.
Exactly.
Now, Dasi, it's like this. This is exactly called Maya. This is the illusion which is holding us back. And this is what Dada told me. And I'm luckily, because of our Guru, I realized it. And I put my duty and my shame in the back seat of my car. The duty and shame were in the front seat of my car. And as long as they were driving my car, I was in the back seat. And I was going towards a normal material life, to just live and die like a donkey. And I feel like an idiot that for 48 years, I did not realize the truth. But Dasi, the important thing is this. We are not saying that we should throw our family members on the footpath. We are not saying that we should ignore our family members' comfort. But Dasi, please pay attention. We cannot give up our enlightenment for the sake of pleasing others. We cannot give up enlightenment for the sake of others' happiness, which is pleasure. We cannot give up enlightenment. We cannot give up sip. We cannot give up God. We cannot give up mukti. We cannot give up moksha. We cannot give up nirvana. Dasi, this will be the biggest mistake of our life. And Dasi, the point is that we do not have time, Dasi. The point is that I'm agreeing with you completely. I'm not saying that, some people think enlightenment means you don't give your family members enough money or enough security and take all your money and give it to an ashram. No, you don't do anything of that. You take care of your family as much as you can. You do whatever duty you can. But Dasi, our priority of our life, the purpose of our life, the purpose which Dada said, go in a talash. The purpose is to realize what is my biggest duty. My biggest duty is to realize I am sick. The biggest duty is to escape from rebirth. The biggest duty is not to be caught in duty, lust, and shame. If we become slaves of duty, of lust, and of shame, then we will be in the cycle of samsara. Dasi, we will die and we will have to come back. And Dasi, it may be another many, many lives. We don't know. Luckily, on the people on this call will 99.9% come back as a human being, not as an animal, or not because they're all people seeking enlightenment. So you will come back definitely as a human being. But imagine coming back in one more life. Just imagine after reaching, it's like so near, but yet so far.
Yeah.
So Dasi, please contemplate. I'm not saying we should not do our duty. Let's do our duty.
What if I tried, if I every day practice to be conscious, but then be in the world and do my duty and please the family members?
You have to make enlightenment your highest duty. And you have to make everything else your second duty. You have to change the priority.
Yeah, but if I do that, then it's okay.
That is what you must do. Your family may not be 100% happy, but you try your best to keep them as happy as you can. But your family, don't mind me saying, Dasi, they are not on the path of enlightenment. They are just living. My family, for example, is not on the path of enlightenment. My father, my mother, they're not my sons. They're not on the path of enlightenment. Because of my family, my mother, my father, my children, am I giving up my enlightenment?
No.
I'm giving you my own example. Do you think people are happy? People want me to be an ATM machine. People want me to supply them more and more money. But that's not what I'm supposed to do, Dasi. I have got an objective. I have a purpose of my life.
So suppose if we practice enlightenment and one fine day God grace, I get enlightened. But alongside, I do my duty without really being attached to it. Is that okay?
Of course it's okay. As long as you just change your priority from now. For example, you said this moment onwards, my first priority is my enlightenment.
Okay.
Is that so difficult what I'm asking? Is it impossible to do?
No, it's not difficult. I will try my best.
Just right now, Dasi, if I'm not wrong, please correct me. Your duty is priority number 1. Your enlightenment is priority number 2. Am I right, Dasi?
That's true. You're right.
Please flip it around. From today, you say enlightenment is priority 1. My duty is priority 2.
Okay, thank you.
This one flip, Dasi, can transform your life. This one small change can transform your life.
Good, thanks.
Thank you. My dear friends, see, Dasi came out with a very interesting thing. Let me tell you. We are all like this. We are all caught, my dear friends. We are caught to obligations to our family. One man is saying, I'm caught because my wife doesn't want me to go. There's somebody on this call who's telling me my wife doesn't want me to go. There's somebody on this call who's saying my husband doesn't want me to go. There's somebody on this call who's saying my father doesn't want me to go. Where are you going? You're not going anywhere. What are you doing? You're just realizing the truth of who you are and why you are here. And you're trying to attain the ultimate goal that each one of us to realize we are the divine soul. And that is the divine truth. Why is it so complicated? We are not talking about getting into drugs, right? Am I teaching you all that to take drugs? Am I teaching you all to become gamblers? Am I teaching you all to go to the casino? No, we are talking about a divine transformation. Then why is it so difficult to choose the path of enlightenment, which is the goal of every human being, but which 99% don't understand? But you do. You are so close, my friends. You've got the treasure in your hands and you're dropping it in the ocean, thinking it's garbage. The treasure is in your hands, my dear friends. Don't lose it. Because if you lose it, then you can't choose it. Because if you drop it, then it's over. Ashok Nichani, you had something interesting to say. Please tell us, Ashok. Because the Dasi came out with something very open and deep. You also are talking something similar. Please, I hope you can connect and tell us what you are saying.
Sure, Sirji. The worldly desires, attachment with family are all temporary. And enlightenment means we are connected, we are with the Lord.
Permanently.
With the Lord, divine Lord, we don't need anything.
Then what is holding you back? You said something's holding you back. What is holding you back?
Family attachment.
Explain to me, what is this attachment, Ashok?
Long bonding with the family, Sirji.
So, is it that we are saying that we have to cut off all the bond with the family?
No, you're not saying that, Sirji.
Then what are we saying? We are saying that you should realize that your family is not your family. Your family is just a manifestation of God, just like I see all of you as my family. I love you all. I love you all because you are all SIP. So because of your ego, you are thinking this is my family and that is not my family. And you are in ignorance. And because of this ignorance, you are caught. Why is it so difficult to be free from this ignorance?
Yes,
Is
sir.
it
We have to
you don't-
balance both the sides.
No, you don't agree. For example, I think you do a lot of charity. You go and serve a lot of poor people. You do or you don't do?
We do, sir.
But you still think your family is your family and they are not your family?
No, no. Even they are our family, but even my family, the long bonding, the love they have given me, the respect they have given me. So I'm a little attached to all the.
But what you are thinking, what you're thinking is a myth. You're thinking that if you get enlightened, you have to stop loving your family. Who told you that? Who told you that if you get enlightened, you should stop loving your family? Who told you?
No, sir, you are right. But to balance both the sides, enlightenment and family, we can do.
No, there is no need, there's no balancing. When you get enlightened, your family appears in the enlightenment picture. Your family and your life and everybody appears in that picture. You don't have to balance. This is the problem with you. You're trying to balance. There's no balancing possible. Enlightenment is enlightenment. Either the light is off or the light is on. You want to keep the light off and you want to see in the light. How you'll see, Ashok?
No, we cannot do that.
But you want to switch off the light. You're scared of owning the light. Most people are scared of enlightenment. Do you realize this? You're scared. You don't even know what is enlightenment. Enlightenment is ananda. Enlightenment is bliss. And we have this illusory feeling. For example, I do my duty towards whoever is there, but I don't let the duty or towards the duty of people. For example, somebody tells me come for a birthday party. I say I don't come. Somebody says come for a wedding. I say I don't come. I've chosen not to come. It doesn't mean that you also should not go. You please go. But I feel it's a waste of time. I feel I'd rather spend my time preparing a Zoom call or preparing a bhajan or writing a book or doing God's work. I don't want to do faltu, rubbish, nonsense work because it's a waste of time. So my dear friends, today was an interesting call to me. Today's call, I like what Rekha said. She said enlightenment is not a choice. I have not given myself
I
a
can
choice.
say two more words.
Tell me.
जब हमको पता चल ही गया कि जिंदगी क्या है, then why enlightenment should be a choice?
Lekin I think right now, according to me, are you sure it's not a choice? Pakka you want enlightenment? Or
No, that day I told you that in my right hand my family and in left hand my job is there. Then you said me that जिंदगी का मकसद सिर्फ ये नहीं है, जिंदगी का मकसद कुछ और है. That point ticked to my mind. Then today this topic is come, so I feel that it's not choice for me.
So if you want it pakka.
Yeah, I want it pakka, and I want everybody to have make it possible that nobody should think that it's a choice.
Okay. So good, my dear friends. Because the alarm on my clock says I have to stop. I think we had moved forward a lot today, and I hope tomorrow we can continue this discussion. So I'm going to have the same subject tomorrow. Is enlightenment a choice? We will continue this tomorrow. With folded hands, I bow down to you all. Sip in all of you. May the divine blessings be upon you.